Hey, welcome to Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, you might be forgiven for thinking you're down at the local that we're down at the local trash collection agency, but we're not. We are gradually getting cleaned up in our house remodeling. This is the last big part of the remodeling, and that is the floor going down. We're putting down these tiles. This is a piece of the tile. Look, it's quite a brittle, hard shell that's on the top there. And this is the last nitpicking part, because these are the two difficult areas where we have to fit the board down. You can see that we've used part of the, James has used a couple of pieces of tile to get the spacing right, so that he can cut around and get those cutouts looking nice. No use having a beautiful floor like this if the cut-arounds are not well done, and now they're being properly done, which is going to take time. Plus, we're also struggling with brownout. In a foreigner language, that would be blackout or a power cut. So just when you need it, there'll be a power cut. But everything else is done, and just in case you haven't actually been in on some of our videos before, I will give you a quick talk through as to what we've done. This is our little red house. It's designed in the same way as an RV, a recreational vehicle, or camper if you wish, a motorhome. So as you walk in, on one side you've got everything on one side, and then the other different things are on the other. This is my desk. This is where I will be working from. I like to have light coming from the side because I draw and do design work, and so this is all my design work is in this house. I built this house from scratch of metal stud, and this is all of my design and build work. We've been very fortunate having James come in. That's Jessica's partner, and he has come in and is a master builder, no doubt, no question about it. And he's been able to do exactly what I wanted him to do. He put in the ceilings. He put in all the major heavy work, which for my time of life, I'm not going to be doing that. He put the ceilings in, which are all great. I think he even put the lights in, put the granite tops in, and he put the floor in. Now all of the design work for how this is all made and built is mine, and he worked in perfect harmony. Really very, very good, easy to work with. And so I've been able to be free to do furnishing and what I think of as the pleasure work. So that's what you're looking at. This was just open, industrial looking. It was all done in metal stud. So even though at the time it was terrific because I was able to do it by myself, no heavy lifting, which I would have had to do if I tried to do hollow block work, that would not have worked. Whereas metal stud, you can lift metal stud very easily. And I'm accustomed to quite experienced in working in metal stud, and so I built the entire house in metal stud. We have vaulted ceiling because we've got a bedroom up there, which I'll show you in a moment. So having a quick look, somebody said that my love seat, which is now ready for upholstering again, the foam is still in good shape. we're not doing any more really dirty work here, no more painting, so I took off the badly stained material, stripped that off and cleaned this up, but somebody said it looked like a urinal. Thank you very much. So anyway, this would be this obviously is a kitchen. It's got a metal backdrop there because that's where the cooker would go. There's nothing fancy. This is not a fancy American kitchen, which a lot of you will be saying, well, that looks like a, yeah, looks like a camper, which is fine. Cabinet work, once James is finished with the flooring in here, I'll be able to get to and do a lot of the follow-up work, which is for instance on the open cabinets for the kitchen. At some point I probably will go in and fit doors on the kitchen, but right now that's not a priority, although the sink looks a little bit crappy, so I probably will do that one. This we're looking at is the dining area. This is our dining table. It's leaning up there. Keep it out of the way, keep it out of the James way. This is the base for it. Still got some detail work there to do. Oh no, that's all done. That's down on the benches. And the thing is about all of this work is that wherever I can, I've used benches which are built in. Now everything is built in. There's only one piece of furniture which I'll show you, and that is the love seat that's upstairs. That's a chaise longue. This all here is storage space. All under here is storage space. Under there, storage space. Under here, storage space. See, you've got 1, 2, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 places where you can actually, that's what I'm looking for. Isn't that funny? Beth said that this had been destroyed by one of the dogs. That was probably her easiest way out of having to do anything. But we did all of that, and we did it so that we would have lots of storage space. Things that we'll never see again, I suspect. That's in an awkward place, so having a hinge didn't really work. So we put in, there we go. All nice. This is where the TV will go. Much bigger than I personally would like, but then I don't watch TV, and Beth does. Although with the absence now of one of the TV programs or channels, stations, all of the programs that she enjoyed were on the other the station that's been has been cancelled, and now she finds that she watches less TV. So, as I said, this has been designed a little bit like an RV, a motorhome. So here you've got the bathroom. Bathroom is in a pre-remodel stage. So this is a door, actually, as you can see by the hinges. But I didn't want it to look like a door. I wanted it to look like 2 panels and to be kind of not hidden, but certainly not featured. So I'm not going to have a door handle on that, a great big door handle like that one there. I'll have a pull, and it will be a catch in there, and it will work fine. All of these now are functional. That's the kind of catch that I will have on here. Even this little guy, it's functional. This is evidence of my, you can see that there's a load of dead riveters in there. That was my, those are the number of riveters. I think I used about 15 pop riveters when I did the all of the work on the metal stud. Everything is drilled and riveted. So this is up the stairs, very narrow. Can't be too overweight to get through here because it's only, I think, 22 inches. But I'm a little guy, so I don't worry about that. And now we are pretty well finished here. We've got 3 small cabinets which will not take much time at all. We could almost move into this bedroom now. I wanted a 4-poster type of bed. I dropped the ceiling and we put the electrics, the lighting we put into that dropped part of the ceiling. And I'm very pleased with that. I would recommend for anybody to do that. We've actually only dropped the ceiling about 4 inches. Alright, 4 inches. Very easy to do. And then put that plywood. This is the main beam. This is a main beam which goes right across. Can't do without that. So we've clad that in 3/4 block ply and put a trim on it, and it actually looks like we wanted it in there, which is hardly the truth. But here are these beams. These are 2 of 4 main beams which go back to front in the house, and then underneath is that main cross beam, all done in metal stud and all done without scaffolding, believe it or not. Oh, there's my head. We all have our little retro wishes, retro regrets. If I'd just made this 4 inches higher, I wouldn't have banged my head just then. But we won't complain about that, will we? As a little design feature, I got 4 of these mirrors, and we glued them up there. Glued them and taped them until they'd gone off, put silicone on them. We were told not to use silicone, it would ruin the back, the silvering on the back. It hasn't done that. And I like those, I like the mirrors, I like the effect that they have. Obviously with all rubbish on these countertops, it's no great pleasure to look, but to see, you know, when you're moving about the room, to catch these glimpses of other parts of the room in unusual ways is nice. This is the dressing table for Beth. Not that I think that she will ever use it. She doesn't wear makeup. I think the biggest makeover she ever does is to put a little touch of lipstick on, and then she thinks that she's being terribly daring. The open window is a nice touch which we were very pleased with. It's actually about 6 feet. It's 6 feet wide. It's 6 feet wide by design because a queen size bed is 5 feet. So we'll be able to feed the mattress up through here, which is how we got the bed up there, would you believe? That bed came apart in sections, so it didn't all come in one. Even those 2 parts. See, there's a recessed base, and then on top of that there's the other. Let me show you. I made this bed down on the, let me put that there. Very simple design. All of these designs very simple, really. I believe in under designing and over building. Oops. I've left my that's how close we are. Gosh, that's how close we are to being to being ready to move in, we have blinds. And I was very lucky to get that colour blind. Look at that colour. It looks, it's almost identical to the colour there. Beautiful. So lucky. So this one here is for that window. Now, what was I going to just show you? I was going to show you just how simple the design for the bed is. Just lift that up. See? In actual fact, should we choose to, we could use that for storage of things like suitcases, which are unsightly things. And because ours is a tiny house, we really don't have lots of places to put stuff. Oops. And that is solid ply, well, 3/4 block ply. This is my side of the bed, my side of the room, and that is Beth's side of the room. And Beth, of course, has a much more elaborate shelving unit, which also houses the dressing table mirror. And this will be some hanging place, if I can find. I'm having trouble, would you believe, finding a place that will sell a decorative rod, something that's already chrome plated, and it will go in on the side from here over to there, and that will be for the kind of dress that Beth wears. She doesn't have any ball gowns. We don't go to the ball. So there we are. We used our theme for the entire house was 3 colours. We used the green, we used this colour, we used this colour, and we also used this colour. And with those 3 basic colours in different combinations, we were able to get a lot of different effects. And using lighting was very important as well. As you can see there, you've got intense light in some places, and then the softer ambient light, which is suitable for a bedroom. Have our switches here. We can turn off the lights down there. One of the lights anyway. And this is the one here, but if we wanted to, we could leave the lights on down there, and we could have a soft light up here. Back again. So I have some work to do in here, but the floor is complete, and as I said, we really could move in here very, very quickly. We're looking with horror at how much a really good mattress will set us back. I'm kind of amazed, but of course, if I told you in pesos, you'd be shocked as well. But in fact, if you translate it into dollars, it's not a huge amount of money. But we don't live in dollars, we live in pesos. Now that's the only piece of movable furniture, is this here. That's what I would call, from the UK, I would call this a chaise longue, where it has that one raised edge there. Those of you who aspire to be comedians have said it looks like a sleigh, and it will Santa be coming later. It's also an area for storage. It's also very dusty at the moment, would have to be cleaned up, and who knows, I may even repaint it. So we come in sparkling clean. Okay, well this is my favorite room for what we've done and what can be, how we can live in here. We'll have a small stool for Beth. She doesn't need a huge chair for this. We'll go underneath the dressing table, have cabinets on either side, and of course reading lights, and we have a socket on either side of the bed. Actually, I don't believe you can ever have too many sockets, but we only have those two in here. Should have had one down here, I think, down the side, so that we could have a lamp on here, because I can see that perhaps I might spend some time up here and sit back and chill and maybe read, and so a light might be a good idea. But I can also look down and see what's happening down there. The TV on the wall. Beth will be on the couch. That's the couch there, the L shape. I have all the cushions are all already made in certainly looks and feels like leather. I doubt very much that it is. And of course there's that love seat, which I will reupholster myself. I did it the first time, it came out fine, and I'll do it again. Our little daybed area where we'll do our hanging out during the day, our breakfast bar, and our kitchen. So the whole, I think the whole house may possibly be, well, what might it be? Maybe 600 square feet. But we're more than happy with it. We don't actually need to have a huge amount of space. So thanks for looking in. This has been another update. We're getting ready to move in. Can't wait to get in. But just for that final few weeks, it will be an expensive one. Maybe another week to 10 days, and we will be moved in. Beth is pushing to be in today, which can't be done. So thanks for looking in. This is a foreigner in the Philippines.